Downtown Calgary, the Bow River runs through it, and if you love to walk, there are more than 100 kilometers of walking trails throughout the city. They have the Calgary crowd clapping.
How about a score of 4?
Selena Sturmay and the team from the Saddle have been a surprise at the Scotties. Yesterday, never trailed, defeating the defending champions and remaining unbeaten, but hot on their heels. Skylar Ackerman has a lot to smile about too. 3 straight wins to kick off her first ever appearance. However, the rookies came out on the losing end this morning. It is a tasty Monday night matchup. Saskatchewan, Alberta, this is the Scotties. And we are, maybe a 15-minute drive west of the downtown on the highway that leads to Banff, about 50 minutes away, and all of it happening in the Scotties this year at the Winsport Event Center, part of Canada Olympic Park. As on this Monday night, we do say hello, Canada, welcome back. Day 4 of our coverage. Joanne's here. Russ there. We'll hear from Kathy momentarily. So good to be back with you, and thanks to both Kathy and Brian for filling in while I was away. Let's get you caught up on what happened this afternoon. And it was teams from Pool B. Only Carrie Galusha was not on the ice. This is a matchup between Ontario, Danielle Inglis, against Manitoba's Kate Cameron. Set the tone in the third. Lovely angle raise to score 3, and that immediately put Cameron on the back foot as Inglis would go on to the win. So Inglis is your winner. BC's Grandy, that's a big win over Nova Scotia. Hans Smith out of Halifax, a 3rd loss. No problem at all for either Rachel Holman or Jennifer Jones. Expected to challenge for the #1 spot in this pool. Their showdown comes your way tomorrow night. So Pool B, there they are. Jones, Holman, top of the table. Grandy, Cameron, Inglis, you would think, are those 3 teams that are going to fight for the 3rd spot. Tonight, we're going to focus on Pool A, the standings leader, Sturmay, against Saskatchewan and Ackerman. I think it's fair to say that we're all a little surprised at the Pool A standings, particularly when you have Laws and Anderson in it. And now they're scratching. You've got Sturmay on top, first time here. Keeping it simple, stupid, and it's paying off.
I think you're right, Vic. It's the simplicity of their game. They don't take a lot of risks, and I think that's important as they settle into this competition. That's their typical game plan. Up 3-0, beat Team Canada yesterday with Selena Sturmay playing 61%. She's making the right shots. If they can move to 4-0, watch out.
Skylar Ackerman is the youngest ever Saskatchewan women's champion. By comparison, she throws stones everywhere, and sometimes that may be the youthfulness showing through.
Yeah, it's happened to all of us. Skylar Ackerman's the future of Saskatchewan, no question about it. That's the good news. She's really good shot maker, unbelievable confidence level. But once in a while, that confidence can cost you. They've tried to make that perfect shot a couple times, giving up 2 4s. They can't afford to do that tonight.
A win by Selena tonight would go a long way to clinching that 1st place. Happy birthday, by the way.
We don't really have a goal like necessarily placing a certain place. Our main goal for this week is just to get better with every game, and when you're here at the Scotties and playing some of the best teams in Canada, you have to take something away from every game and learn something to get better. I think we just got to take things one shot at a time and focus on ourselves and our processes and what we need to do to have success, and try not to get too worried about the outcome or who we're up against, and just do what we do best.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties. By Home Hardware. Here's how. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
So our feature is Saskatchewan against Alberta, but 3 other games on the ice on this Monday night. Kathy with the look.
Well, Caitlin Laws looked very good this morning. In fact, it looked like the Caitlin Laws team that we expected to see. She will take on Laurie St. George from Quebec, who looked very good with Marie-France Ladouche in the lineup. but she is not in the lineup tonight, so we'll see how that goes. And then it is Krista McCarville, who looked a little shaky at the outset, won this morning, but she's going to have to win out and has to go through Stacey Curtis from Newfoundland and Labrador, and able to do that. And finally, Jane DiCarlo from PEI takes on Carrie Enerson tonight. Carrie winning this morning, but rolling out on a hit against 3. It took the extra. Will look to be a little bit sharper.
And Kathy will keep her eye on all those while we keep our eye on our main matchup. Time to meet the teams now, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Saskatchewan champions are from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, skipped by 22-year-old Skylar Ackerman and backed up by Kaylin Skinner, Taylor Sturmay, and Ashley Tevano. The Alberta champions, they hail from the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton. 25-year-old Selena Sturmay is at the head with Paige Papley, Desiree Haas, and Daniel Schmiemann. And it is Alberta, as you can see, playing the Yellowstones. And the hammer belongs to them, and they won that hammer by just 8 millimeters. Unbelievable how close it is. And again, it's all important because those numbers could ultimately decide who goes forward. They use the head-to-head record first, but if you can't decide with head-to-head, then they'll go to the draw to the button. So we're ready to get it underway as Skylar Ackerman makes her way out, trying to win the Saskatchewan's first championship since 2011, and Amber Holland, who just happens to be on the bench as their 5th player and alternate coach. Getting us underway, the Saskatchewan lead is Kaylin Skinner.
Had the pleasure of coaching Kaylin on my daughter's team for a couple of years. And not only a great lead and a wonderful brusher, pretty good judging too, but she was the person on the team that got the snacks, got the lunch, booked the rooms, just an all-around, help the team any way I can.
It's a small team sport. Everyone has their roles, and every team looks a little bit different.
Yeah.
Well, mine is to make sure his Russ's seat is warm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Lean. Yep. Read up.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game now, and we'll start with Saskatchewan.
Well, greatest hits. Skylar's hitting it 20%, a full 20% better than her draws. So you're going to have to go with your strength because it's all about the hitting for Skylar. And careful without hammer. We touched on it in the opening. Going around a corner guard without the hammer is a disaster. They've done it twice, giving up 2 fours.
Taylor. Curl, yep. Curl, yep. Curl, yep. Okay. That's fine. Okay, bud. 9-4. Oh, wow.
And now the keys for the pool leaders, Alberta.
Yeah, for Alberta, I'd like to see a front-end battle. The Alberta front end is almost 10% higher than the Saskatchewan front end, so if they can set things up, put the pressure on them, they'll be in good shape. And for Team Alberta, they'll want to keep their blinders on. All of a sudden, you're 3-0. You heard Selena in her interview saying, we don't really have a goal going into this thing. They might start to have one pretty soon here.
Yeah. Keys to the game are brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like Cashmere.
Yeah, they've not only undefeated, but they've beaten a couple of the top seeds. So if it comes to a tie, they're in really good shape.
Well, that's it, right? That's that head-to-head that will decide a lot.
Yeah, how long can you stay in that zen mode of we're just going to play and see what happens? Eventually, your brain's going to catch up.
But it goes back to what Daniel Schmiemann was saying prior to the game. Simple works, and they pick their spots to be aggressive, where according to Amber Holland, Saskatchewan and Ackerman tend to not take their foot off the pedal soon enough, and there's the contrasting in styles.
Yeah, and it was just interesting. The first 2 games we saw tons of rocks in play for Team Saskatchewan, but their draw this morning, they seemed a lot more conservative. I think having someone like Amber in the mix is great for this team, but there's also that balance. They were down some points, and they should have thrown the kitchen sink at Quebec and put everything in play, and they didn't.
So there's Desiree Haas. She's the only one on the team with Scotties experience. A couple of appearances with Corinne Brown out of BC in 20 and here in the bubble in 21.
to the broom. Yes. Easy. Here, big. Easy. Whoa. 9-5. 9 curl. 9-5. Curl. Little bit.
Good curl to hang around here.
Hard curl. Hard, buddy. You gotta go. Good. Nice. Good. 9-7.
Good scrub to hold it up and make the takeout.
What was the last one?
As up and down the sheet we go. So this is what we're talking about. Look what Sturmay has done. Law's expected to challenge. So is Anderson. Beats them both. So has that advantage right now, playing Ackerman. Still to play, Saint Georges of Quebec and McCarville and Brown. On the other side, of course, the loss today to Saint Georges. A win tonight would certainly help them. You don't want to get to 2 losses too soon, and a second loss tonight would hurt their chances against the pool leaders.
She just said that was max ice what she gave to.
You know, you and I were chatting in the drive over today, and not only do you beat somebody on the ice once, but when it comes to the tie break, you've beaten them a second time.
Yeah, that's you said that right. It's like hockey. It's 2 victories.
It's a 2 for you.
Now you take Laws. She's a game behind. She not only has to catch up, she has to get ahead because she lost the game against Ackerman.
Good sweep, guys. Please, curling on that in, Tim.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and give you that 3-5, I think.
Yeah, I like it. You got it.
Go like 13 and a half page.
Yeah.
Would you ever throw a corner this late in the end? Saskatchewan will probably hit it.
Yeah, and you never know, you might get a bonk out of the peel first end. I mean, it's an idea for sure. Watching this Alberta team, I think they like the blank in the first end, get the hammer in the even ends. It is a 10-end game. I don't always love to see that because there is lots of time left and might as well use your hammer, but nothing wrong with this call.
Just a piece and wool, Paige. Just a piece and wool. You're good. 4-5 on that. Okay. Pretty good.
5 rock rule, of course. 10 ends, 38 minutes. Just the one 60-second time. That's a change. Used to be 2 90s. And, of course, the no-tick rule if the stone is on that center line. Mentioned earlier today, that brings now the Canadian curling in line with what is done at the World Championships and the Olympics.
One team playing outside in at this shot and one playing inside out.
Do a whole lot now that we've thrown it a couple times.
You know, when you were saying about would you play a corner, you know, Saskatchewan, you pointed out earlier today, took the chance and went around a corner when they didn't have hammer.
Yep.
And it ended up costing, you know, maybe they wouldn't have gone around, but they leave themselves open to that.
Well, that's just it. And strategy works against some teams and not against others. It depends on the degree of difficulty and how good the team you're playing against is.
I think it's getting a little.
You want to kind of figure out the team DNA of your opponent in a hurry.
What's on the nose? No.
If they don't corner up against Jones, Jones goes around it.
Let's do it. Hello. Hello. All right. You got it, bud. All right. Yeah. Back to the broom. They're good. Let's do it, guys.
Last year in Kamloops, Skylar did get an opportunity to be the alternate for Robin Silvernagle, so she got a taste, didn't see the ice, but a former Saskatchewan junior champion finished 6th at the Nationals.
Here, big. Hard curl. Hard to stick. Hard to stick. Curl the stick. Good. That's good.
You watch Skylar Ackerman, and she takes her time in the hack. She's a very, very deliberate setup, and I think that's something that she can lean on a lot in these moments where the pressure can get away from you a bit, and heart rate starts going. You have a lot of familiarity in that routine. Just dial into the shot. It's a nice benefit about playing a little open early is you save a bit of time, so you know you can take that time in the hack late in the game.
So with her wins, Selena Sturmay has that advantage over some of the others. Won 3 straight. Had the hammer in all the games so far. And also at this moment, when it would end right now, she would be first place in draw to the button.
Normal.
Yeah. Everything's going her way right now.
Ever.
Watch the roll. Just watch it.
And it'll spill.
Sorry, that just wasn't a good release.
Scotty's got quite the advantage in the hits
Sounds good.
compared to Selena, but exact opposite on the draws.
So she's going to need like 2 feet more than LSD.
I think they threw like 13.6 or something in this spot.
It's not quick yet.
Not
So
too
probably
bad.
LSD plus 2 feet.
Okay,
We'll keep it clean.
Yeah, I like
Let's
that.
do it, bud. Let's go. Right on the tee.
Yeah.
Like that conversation. Last stone drop plus 2 feet. Gets you focusing on feel, not on a number.
Not on a number, no kidding.
The numbers are great to track and to see tendencies, but that feel is so important.
Yeah, you can live by the watch and you can also die by it, right?
No question, Vic. My best explanation, it's a good guide, but that's it. If you're going to be a world-class player, you can be better than the watch.
Rolling now. Stay with it. Back 12. Whoa, then.
No.
Easy. You gotta sit.
Might be a bit of pebble here. They're going to need it.
Okay.
And overthrows it.
Okay.
So, yeah, gets caught as it just gets up on top of the pebble and rides through.
Okay.
Joe and I talked about it. That pop release is not my favorite way of doing it. I would never do that, but a lot of players have made it work. But I wonder if it's hurting their feel.
Yeah, and that weight with extension.
Final stone, looking for the blank. And through it goes. So a cautious start to this one. Alberta and Saskatchewan. And the team from Edmonton will have the last rock when we come back. Day 4, Monday night, here at the Scotties, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship, Winsport Event Center, all part of Canada Olympic Park. Our feature, Saskatchewan against Alberta. Saskatchewan and Skylar Ackerman out of Saskatoon at 3-1. Selena Sturmay from Edmonton, 3 straight wins. And after that blank in 1, it means that once again, Sturmay and Alberta do have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Top 8, top 4. Close.
But neither team wanted to do anything in that first end, but this is a fairly aggressive call. With Kaylin's second one slipping into the rings, you can hit it, but they're going to ignore it, go right around the corner. It's a good play.
Hard, Danielle.
Top 4, top 4.
Nice line. That really shows the late finish.
4,
As it pops out
4-5. 14-6.
the wide outturn side.
They're gonna hit.
All right, Kathy, let's get our updates underway. And Kathy,
Yes.
what a mess.
It is 3 already for Caitlin Laws. This is a draw for 4. Lordy St. George tried to get to the face of it. There you see Jamie Sinclair back in the lineup after a very strong performance this morning by Marie-France Larouche. And it has been all Team Laws. She threw this draw in her first one, trying to replicate it for 4.
3. Line's good.
From the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg,
Hold in. Let it sit. Are we
Caitlin
doing-
Laws.
Needs to curl then. Needs to curl then.
Trying to get to the inside.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Look at that. And that little shake, rattle, and roll may get her only 1.
That probably goes into
From a
it.
draw for 4 to 1.
The one on the left side, just
Yeah.
in front of the tee line.
Wow. Wasn't far up, but you just couldn't miss it that way, Kath.
No.
Lightweight. It's tough to stick.
Or just the top one and over.
You're not in.
Okay.
So, Joe explained to me.
Either one.
Caitlin Laws, she sees that. She has all the experience. She has her
It's just going to be tough to peel if we
records
go to the
and
wing.
medals.
I think you almost have to go to the
Should
center.
she have just
Top
said
eight.
no, or was the shot in fact there for 4? Do you just say, look, I'm satisfied with my 3, why do I gamble?
No, I like the call, Vic, and from what Kathy said, it sounds like she had a really good idea on how to make it. She just thrown it on
Line's
her
good.
first. It's
12 and
figuring
early.
out at skip when you have no room for error. which way you got to be when you do have a little bit of room to work with.
Yeah, that's where you say.
It's kind of when you're looking and you say, okay, the only thing I can't be here is wide. Or
Yeah, that's where you say to the team, hey, girls, I'm just going to lay this one down. If you get it there, fine.
recognizing that danger. And
can we do like a little
Well, Carrie Anderson and the four-time defending champions, their only loss was to Sturmay. And now on the ice against Prince Edward Island and Jane DiCarlo from the Crapo Curling Club.
Carrie had a hit to lie 3 on her first, but hit and rolled out. And so Jane DiCarlo's team is the last rock thrower is Veronica Main. She hit one of the stones, but isn't shot. And so this is an opportunity for 2. Needs full 12.
Coach Reed Carruthers saying to me before the game, their game, Canada's game, is coming around, and 84% is Anderson on her draws, and that results in a couple.
You're a bomb.
top 8? I don't think anybody's been this wide. Okay.
Good comment. Keep the communication going. That's what happens in a pressure situation. You just shut down a little bit. You got to keep talking here.
Yeah, you just become like clams. Huh?
It's easy, Vic. It just is. It's easy for the coach to say keep talking, but she's not out there. It's different for the young team like that.
You risk it catching fresh pebble, curling, and also you have 4 centerline guards.
That again is not a great number. 29% hammer efficiency. That's scoring at least 2 when you do have the last rock. We've often thought you should be at that 45 to 50%.
Yes.
I like that. Or we just do this. No, I like your first ball. Play it.
Daniel Schmiemann saying to me she's never played as much in a season as this team has this year. Sturmay with the 11 events and the wins, of course, coming at the provincials and the Saville Grand Prix. But it was all about building a team. First year, we got to get to know each other, and it's paid off very well.
Everyone on this team is a product of the University of Alberta Pandas and Golden Bears curling program, except for Desiree Hawes, who, of course, moved to Alberta from BC. So they're on the same page for a lot of things, but need to find that chemistry in their team identity.
And Desiree also coming out of a university program, the Thompson Rivers University program. She won a U Sport silver medal.
Pretty good. Good, Ash.
I'm pretty sure you guys are throwing 2 different shots.
Sneaky.
So I'll just tell her if
Quite a bit wide on that yellow double, but not going to be easy to remove the red. It's a big shot here.
Here. Probably here, hey?
Not as many events, but 4 wins, most of them on that Saskatchewan tour, which really does help get you out, get you the reps. The big win, of course, was the provincial final when they beat Nancy Martin in an extra end. Nancy Martin had a chance to win it with a double in 10 and didn't, and then gave it up in the extra.
That was quite the game. You didn't know a lot of offense, both teams.
Little big.
It's got a curl.
Curl. Whoa, we're big. Street. 11. Street. Big roll.
That fairly small port, they made it look easy by picking the right speed, Joanne.
Yeah, it was the speed where you could see the knifing technique early, just trying to get it to start to curl, catch some fresh pebble.
Think we need a hair high.
Really nicely done. That was not easy.
No.
Gil.
Yeah, I was worried there'd be too much pebble there.
You got it, buddy.
All right, bud.
So how many can you take out here with a short angle raise? Just 1, you think?
No, there's a double for sure, and if you got the middle one thin, you might get them all.
Easy. Yep.
Ashley Teveno
Hard, you gotta go. Hard, push it back.
Hard.
Taylor.
will give it a go.
Oh.
Bang 1, touched them all. Look at them go, look at them go, look at them go! And she'll get red at 2.
That's the strength of this Saskatchewan team, is the back end hit very well.
Nice throw, bud.
Yeah, that's good.
That changes things, and rolled in.
Sorry, I needed to curl an inch.
Like a 10? 10?
Yeah.
Just a little more curling. She gets them all.
Pretty good still, though. A lot better.
Yep. Yeah.
Lean. Weight's good.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Lean.
10.
Curl. 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 Curl.
Whoa.
Just nose. Whoa.
Whoa. Just nose.
Good.
Good.
Really thin.
Yeah, I think we just roll under.
We can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
10?
Yep. I like it.
This is a big game for Northern Ontario and McCarville, already at 2 losses. And after the blank in 1 with the last rock playing 2 against Newfoundland and Labrador.
Well, she's being forced to draw to the 4-foot, Vic. She had a relatively short double on her first one, jammed it and rolled out, and that allowed her opponent to throw it in the top 12, not attempting a double this time, but does need to navigate a really wide port, but does need to get to the 4-foot.
Coming off a 100% game draws against Prince Edward Island, and oh boy, has that in her pocket, which could pay some dividends come to the end.
Judge, guys. Sorry, I slid out slow, so I had to give it. And I wanted to make sure I had rotation.
9-5. Yep. 9-5.
Skylar Ackerman.
Curl. 9-5. Curl. Again.
Roll it inside, and gets it under cover. Sitting full in the 8, shot rock.
That's a beauty.
That's what's worked for this team. The percentages are quite low, but if you make the shot like that at the right time.
The Alberta simplicity plays to their advantage a little bit when you're not making everything. If the team you're playing against isn't pushing too hard.
We'll see in the end. I think I was only seeing firm with it though, just to try and save our shooter. I like that. Yep.
Ankle curl up a tiny bit.
Curl with her.
Pretty good angle here. You did a little on the inside to make the W roll in.
Probably heel firm. Yes, yeah, even if we roll a shooter on. Yeah.
If you roll the shooter on there, Joe, aren't you just giving a double back, possibly?
Just follow the shooter.
Yep, they'll have a double back, but they got to make it.
We saw Selena and this team at the points bet in Oakville, where they made the Elite 8.
Yes! Hard!
Here we go. Got it? No. We'll hang around. Yes, it does.
Good weight. Little roll.
It was a good throw, it just curled a little bit.
Yeah, I thought they took aggressive ice. The broom was in the middle of the rock there.
Sure.
For an intern, you usually expect that to come up a bit.
And it did.
Yeah, you could roll that one too.
It's less risky, probably. I don't mind that. Then with 2.
Okay.
I like that.
Make sure you get a roll.
Yeah. Make sure we got to touch 10.
8-foot. Okay.
That's an interesting call.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Hitting the top on there is risk. If you hit it, you try to roll left under the corner, you could jam it. You roll right, you set up a double. But here you have to roll, or it's a wide open hit for 2 for Alberta.
Do you think if they nose that middle one, Russ, they would be third shot, or do you think it'd be good enough for second?
I think it'd be second. You don't even have to roll an inch.
Yeah, that was 9-3. Oops.
Let's see.
Yeah, right on the nose, maybe close.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
Deep breath.
But if you're going to play hit and roll, I think this one's tougher. Soon find out.
10. 10. We've good.
After Team Canada picked up a couple, Prince Edward Island with the last rock, and Canada sitting 2.
Well, that redstone that you saw on the 8-foot, that was Veronica's draw on her first one, trying to get to shot stone. Carried through a guard down the middle, but she's trying now the tap, tap, tap.
And there's, in our game, of course, didn't get the roll, sets up a chance for 2. Tap, tap.
Nice shot.
Tap, tap. Oh, goodness.
What a nice shot.
Veronica Main, the 3-time PEI junior champion, will pick up a single.
Thanks. Good call. Good sweep, girls.
Tap, tap, tap.
And go away.
Me?
Read into that what you will. Here we go. Chance for 2
Curl.
for Alberta here in the second.
A lot of weight.
Oh, you have a chance. Oh, dear. And you'll just settle for a single. So given the chance, missed. And on this Monday night of a family day across the country, we welcome you back to Calgary. 4th time the city has hosted the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. First was back in 70. Dorinda Schoenhals was the winner. 95 and Connie Lalaverdi, Kathy. And 21, of course, in the bubble was Anderson's win. Hello there. I hope you had a nice day, whatever you've been doing with your family. Not all the provinces celebrate. As we mentioned, Manitoba, it's Louis Royale Day. On Prince Edward Island, it's Islander Day.
Maybe curl a little bit, Danielle.
We're not quite tight.
So a
Yep,
missed
curl,
opportunity.
curl.
You questioned the final stone of Saskatchewan's Ackerman. Didn't get the roll. Left an open hit for 2 and had to settle for a single. And so now here in 3, first time in the game, Saskatchewan with Last Rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones.
Put a corner guard up, but it's a little bit long, so it's kind of in the way of a out-turn draw if it comes to that.
Okay, all you guys.
You talk about the battle at front end and battle at lead right now. Alberta with a good setup.
Line's good. Top 4. No bounds right now. No bounds right now. Hey, it's coming. Close. Still no bounds. Coming down a hair.
Good
Line's
speed
really good.
this time.
Sit. Not bouncing. Just straight. Not bouncing. Just straight.
Very
Great
nice.
sweep, guys. Really nice. Okay, there you go. 14-3. 14. Okay. Just top 12.
So imperative to get those freezes lined up, so if you run something in, your rock's going to stay.
Got a light. Line's good. Close light. Line's good. Top. Tight. Top 12. Top 12. He hasn't curled at all yet. Top 12. Looks heavy. Weight's good. Top 12. Looks heavy. Close. Top 12. Yep. Tight. Yep. Top 12. Yep. Tight. Top 12. Whoa. Full 12. Full 12. Whoa. Good. Stop.
And around they go and underneath.
Okay, hit and roll.
But Alberta is sitting the shot rock Saskatchewan with the hammer.
10. Okay, sure.
Time to clean things up.
I like this call though, Russ. They could just play the peel or try to run it in. Instead, they're playing a hit and roll. Try to get 2 corners on that side.
Yeah, that really good move.
It's precise. It's not easy, but it'll leave you with something to work with.
Clean. Oh. Kayla, close. Whoa. Yep.
That's what you need.
Curl.
And as you might expect, only Rachel Holman and Jennifer Jones have the better
Good job, Taylor.
hammer efficiency, and they sit top of the table in Pool B.
Yeah, I think so. I think that should do it. That's okay. You got it. Line's good. Close. Little bit, yep. Halfway. Little bit for line. Yep. Early.
Desiree Haas.
Line's good.
Schmeeman closest to the stone on the left.
Just I just want it to be close to center.
Paige Papley on the
Just
right.
past half.
I find these guards, and they're so tricky to make when there's this much finish. It's all up to that front end, Joe. The line's only good if you can get the speed figured out.
Yeah, you need to communicate that line to the person in the house. Because if that rock is a tight guard, if it's 6 feet farther, the rocks in the rings are wide open.
Or how much do you have of this? Is that what you guys are thinking?
I can see though.
Yeah.
Well, we saw the first end when Manitoba and Caitlin Laws had a chance for 4, settled for 1. Now it's Quebec and Laurie Saint-Georges from Laval and the Glenmore Curling Clubs in a 4th straight appearance as Quebec champion.
Well, an opportunity here for 2 for Laurie. For Caitlin Laws, she threw a really big upweight, tried to make a triple, moved everything, but left the shot stone belonging to Quebec at the back. And so this is the draw for 2, and it is made.
68% on her draws so far in the event.
Good sweep.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, hair like soft.
Good. Stay close. Clean. 11, 10, 5. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard, you gotta go. Hard, you gotta go. Hard, straight. Hard, straight, you gotta go.
Can you sneak it? Can you? No, you can't.
Good sweep, guys. Okay, 11-2. Sorry, Taylor.
So close.
Now,
Not bad.
tough shot, obviously.
Yes.
But could you have come the other way, because there would
11-2.
be enough room, do you think, to get to the hearts? Joe, do you think?
Oh
or
yeah,
not?
12 wouldn't have made.
Yeah, the draws there. They were trying to play the bump on their own red. And
Right.
try to roll their shooter behind the corner.
But this draw here, if you play that instead of what you just did, you may, granted, have gone deep,
Little light.
but
Just high.
you wouldn't have wrecked.
Yeah, but they're trying to open up the forefoot a little bit, and that would have been the risk on seconds rocks to be coming around to the button area. That's narrowing down your rings quite a bit.
Hard, Des. Hard, Des. Go, 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 go. Hard, Des. You're really close.
Gotta get it over.
Go, go, go. Hard, 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 hard.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. You go from really good shot at stealing one. You could be looking at 2 buried rocks here.
Don't hate it. I think so. Okay, 11.
I think they're just gonna.
Exact same line as the last one will be perfect now with that rock out of the way.
It's true.
Are they just gonna like try to double peel them out? But okay.
You should stick there.
Well, wait.
11.
11.
Yep. Yeah. Straight through, bud.
I've heard some comments about some different rocks on sheet
They're
D.
slow. 11-5.
Yep.
Speeds.
Yep, 11-5. Oh, easy.
Ashley Teveno
Close. Yep. Play the roll.
trying to take advantage now of that
Yep.
hog stone
11-5. Yep. Roll, 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 roll. Yep. Whoa,
and roll it as well. Now, where's it going to settle down? And spills that a little bit too far. So sitting only 1, Saskatchewan.
I think that sprung harder than they expected it to. They were on that for line.
I think on those line shots we get caught thinking line only. That was coming pretty hard.
Okay.
Well, we were saying earlier today
See, it was
that,
like just through that
as you well
line.
know,
Yeah, I think so.
the stones, these are stones from the Briar a year ago. They've been reconditioned.
Yeah.
The running surfaces are a little sharper.
Yeah.
And because of that sharpness, there's not as much action off the stones. Some of that dullness may be coming off now, because that seemed to explode off that rock and didn't dig in.
Yeah, 2 things. With the reconditioning, the running band is so small, they're a little bit slower and they grind a little bit. But you're right, they also sanded them before the
Solid.
competition, and that will definitely be wearing off. And it should get a hair faster and a hair
Solid.
straighter.
Whoa,
But
whoa.
the ice makers can play around with the pebble. Oh, great touch.
And watch this. Roll it over. Come to me now. Come on. Sit down. Lovely roll. Not quite to the face.
Yeah, I thought they had it.
Didn't push the Saskatchewan rock far enough.
No.
Solid hack. Whoa, whoa.
Yep. Hard to roll away. Hard to roll away.
Tried too much to roll away there and didn't get enough of the shot rock.
And it is still shot stone.
My first one. Yeah. 10 inches less.
Okay.
Joe, when you were playing in the stones as lively as they are now in most cases, you have to take that into account in all your shots.
Oh, of course. Especially on those rolls. The weight call from the sweepers is so important for the person in the house to know how far that rock will spring once it hits.
Whoa. Back 4. Go to that.
Do you need it?
Yeah.
Back in.
Yeah.
Straight,
Yeah.
straight.
Straight.
Whoa. Hard.
Hard, Taylor. Hard, Taylor. Hard, Taylor. Hard, Taylor. Hard, you gotta go.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh, here you go. Wrapped it around now. The question is, where will it stop?
13.
And a little catcher at the back to sit 2.
Got away with it.
Okay. 388. Not terrible. Okay.
Look at the go.
Good call by the sweepers again. Whoa, that curled a lot.
As it kicks over and there's a gimme double if it wrecks.
Top one instead of trying to get by.
Interesting. They're going to gamble here. They had to come around without hammer.
I don't like a ton less, though. That really
Could play the double.
Well, I was going to suggest, well, yeah, or the other one would be, could you not even just try and hit shot stone and roll over?
Yeah, roll
second
buried.
shot.
Yes, yes. This is the best result, but it's also the worst result if you don't get it buried.
See, I think I said to you earlier, I got the antibiotics, the steroid,
Yeah.
and some smart pills.
That's right.
That just, they threw those in.
A lot of room to work with in the house to sit shots. She just needs to get the line right.
All there right now.
So here we go, skip stones. Right now, Saskatchewan sitting 2.
Teach. T-line. Gotta curl. Teach. Gotta curl.
I can't hear it.
Hard, Paige. Hard, Paige.
Page is Paige Paplick closer to the stone. Haas out in front. Boy, that was.
Didn't glide at all.
They thought, didn't they say that was heavy? They thought it was heavy out of her hand.
You know, to your point, Russ, she might have a sketchy rock.
Yep,
That might be one of the slow ones.
Absolutely. That looked good out of her hand, I thought.
You know, playing front end up here, I timed the heavy draw was a 13.
Yeah.
And usually a second per hog, a second on the hog to hog is about 6 feet. So if 13 is back 12 back line, then 14 should be T line.
Right.
That was a 14-4 that they swept a lot of the way, and it wouldn't have been in the rings. So either fresh pebble out that wide, or that's a rock that's a bit slow.
They were taking like 12.
Back for 8.
All of a sudden,
for sure.
with hammer, can sit 3.
I'll sweep it there for you.
Yeah, just full 8's good here.
Okay.
And you've got some staggered stones in front to go behind.
You got her.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Well, this one should be heavier out this way.
That's why I was leaning towards the double, Vic, or your call, hit and roll on top. And
Bit of a surprise. Alberta doesn't like to take a lot of risks. I thought they would have called that double.
exactly.
Don't think you can hurt that.
Skylar Ackerman and her first.
Top eight's good.
Gotta go.
Oh, you got
Here
it.
again.
Gotta go.
Yep, gotta go.
So a big brush now from Stremick and Skinner. Big brush here, ladies. Starting to dig in too.
Still got it.
Have you still got it? Have you? Have you got it? Oh, look at that grind too. And they did not get it there
Good seat, guys.
for third shot. So sitting 1-2 back of the 8.
20. Okay. Yeah. I see good ads too.
A little uphill, isn't it?
Oh, they swept this the entire way.
Still got it.
There was not another inch left for that carry.
Yeah, trying to tap it straight to here or to this way, if anything. You can be a
I
little
think I like
outside.
throwing like back 12 back line then. Okay.
I like that, yeah.
Anderson opened with a couple. Carlo PEI responded with a lovely triple tap for a single. Final stone now, 4th straight champion Anderson.
Opportunity for 3. Veronica Main on her final stone played a hit and roll, but it bumped into one of the Team Canada stones, so it is mostly open for carry.
Good.
And punches it through. And that is making the most of your last rock.
Looks
Having
like
a
3.
good, yeah, it sure does. 3 it is, and that's a good sign. They were only 19% hammer efficiency coming into the game, Team Canada. Scoring 2 or more with last rock.
Huge shot here. You tap it into a good spot. You might be up 2-0. If not, you give up 3.
Curl. Hack. Whoa. Curl.
Hacks a lot of weight.
Curl. 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 Whoa. Straight.
Oh, touch it and spill it in and underneath. How do you like that?
12-2, good weight call.
Not only did you get shot rock buried, but you are third also.
Nice.
Don't think there's a yellow double, Joe. I think the guard's in the way, center.
Yeah, I don't think they can get to the inside with enough weight.
Good call at the end there to kind of get off it. Play this, not that would have made much difference, but it might have been enough to get this thing buried. Oh.
One of the things they can.
Can we run the red we just threw?
I think if you play this straight back, it's going to come back to here because you can only see, you can only hit 7/8 of that.
What if we hit it to roll to here, like hit it to push this way?
You gotta know your angles.
I don't know.
That should work, shouldn't it? I don't know.
I guess hit what you see and
should still get one.
It should still go by, but yeah. I just don't ever think you can hit it thinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think if we hit there, like half, we should be okay. Hey.
I think you got to hit what you see.
Yeah. What weight do you like?
It's quite an angle. You might, by hitting it that thin, you might lose your shooter.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to curl a 10 here.
No, I don't either.
Good 9 there?
Okay.
It could jam, right, Joe?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure what else they have as a
That's
weapon
just
here,
it.
Russ.
The outturn's long gone.
You could go really wide in turn draw, try to get it on the tee line. Hope it curls enough. It's just a guess for weight.
Or really wide outturn draw.
Well, the wide in turn, we just saw her come up light.
You got it.
This is her strength.
Yep.
Nice. You got it. You got her.
So angle raised, red onto yellow.
Straight through, bud.
If you could squeak the guard, I think you can score your 2 that way too, but it's really tight.
Looked so promising until that final stone
No, we're big.
of Sturmay.
We're big.
Big.
Hard curl 9.
Trying to help this over.
Go.
Help it over, run it back. Oh, watch now, double jam, look out. 1 and 2.
Just didn't have the angles figured out.
Steal it to Sturmay up. Downtown Calgary on this Monday night, the Calgary Tower. So this starts a very busy season of champions. Beginning on March 1st, we'll be in Regina for the Montana's Briar, then to Sydney, Nova Scotia, the PKT Tires World Women's, and we'll close it out from Schaffhausen and the LGT World Men's Championship. And the Briar field is now decided. And there are your pools. We talk about how deep this event is. The top 8 women's teams are in this field. The top 7 men's teams are in the Briar. Botcher, Guju, Cooey, Dunstone, Carruthers, McEwen, Slitchinski. It's going to be a great event and always very special to go to Regina. And some French fries, and don't forget the ketchup.
Very coordinated.
On this family day, lots of family and friends on hand as we welcome you back. So disappointing for Ackerman. Had it set up, but a lovely last shot by Sturmay. And then the angle raise goes too far. Steal of 2, 3-0. Sturmay trying to win her 4th straight. And once again, it is Saskatchewan with last rock.
Yeah, Selena
playing the Redstone.
Sorry, Selena made a great one there. You know, it's you're giving up 3 if you don't.
Well, and it's frustrating for Skylar on her first. She has to come around to sit 3. All of a sudden, you give up a steal of 2.
Yeah. It just looked like that angle raise could go nowhere else but where it went.
I like this. 10, buddy. Yeah, you got it.
Looking for the hit and roll again here.
10.
Kalen with a perfect come around.
Yep. Hard, yep. Hard, yep. hard. Keep going. Yeah. Really hard. Really hard. Really hard. Hard.
You want to stick them straight on.
Bang, bang, bang. And it's just a granite wall now.
10-3. Good throw. I think just more.
So trying to win 4 straight is Alberta and Sturmay. And when you go back in history, since 1980, every time Alberta has won the first 4 games, it is making a final. They won Susan Seitz in 81, Carey in 16 and 19. However, they lost finals, Kathy King in 95 to Connie Laliberty and our friend over there as coach, Shannon Clybrink in 08 and Val Sweeting in 15.
Yeah.
So 4-0 bodes well for Alberta.
I think we want to roll our shooter this way, though.
But wait. But wait. I think we have to throw Peel to move him.
I think this is going to stay pretty straight.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Straight through, buddy. You got her.
Peel.
You'd love to run the top yellow up to our right. If you hit it to the left, it could go over and take out their own red.
Peel. Oh. Easy. Close. Close. Really close. Curl. 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 Hard curl. Curl. Yep. Okay, that's good, Taylor.
Good.
Very nice.
Good throw, Taylor.
From 3 down to 1.
And a red rock at the top, it's hard to remove for Alberta.
To the middle. Do you like there? Yep. You got it.
Thing that I'll keep an eye on here, and Amber Holland said she would too. Shaking off the loss earlier today for Saskatchewan. But now, when things go badly, despite your youth, trying to remain in control and maybe not try too much too soon, because you have to look at the scoreboard. You're only in the 4th.
Yeah, and for this team, I mean, they've trailed by 4 against Caitlin Laws. It was only after the first end, but they fought their way back. And something I've noticed about this whole team, this Ackerman team, is they don't slam their brooms at all. They don't pout. They've had some tough situations, but they stay very even keeled out there, and they keep it quite light. You see lots of lighter moments.
And I don't think, I agree 100%. I don't think they're just happy to be here either. They're here to win, and they're prepared to take those knocks and get off the mat.
There's a lot of forgiveness out there for themselves and for each other, and that's a great quality in a team that's building.
Back line. Yeah, 12.
I like hack.
Okay. 12. I like this.
Trying the red tap onto yellow. You can't see very much of it. There's a pretty good chance it'll split the reds, which isn't bad either.
I need to address this stagger.
Yeah.
Here, slow. Yep.
And the other option is the double.
Hard, Taylor, you gotta go.
Double run.
You gotta go. Hard, you gotta go.
Ashley Teveno, former Saskatchewan junior champion, was a skip when she won that in 20. Spill it.
11-2 I got.
Catch it. Okay. No. Sets up a corner.
Yeah, don't mind that.
Or we just hit the top.
I think I like that.
I think it's a great call. Like, get rid of that corner, and the double's there.
Thought, but
Both are equally as hard.
you guys like whatever you're feeling.
I'm seeing this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about a third.
Third.
Yeah.
They held and broke at the end.
McCarville up by a couple. Northern Ontarios. They play in the 4th. So our first look at Newfoundland and Labrador's Stacey Curtis from the Remax Center in the St. John's Curling Club.
Well, so goes the week. So goes the last shot by Krista McCarville. Was hitting to lie 4 and for Stacey Curtis. But she wound up hitting it on the outside thin, jammed it. And so it is the Newfoundland Labrador Stone that is second shot. This is a hit for 2. That is a 6-point swing.
A 7th appearance for Curtis. And settles down, and that's 1. And around the edge, 2.
Yellow?
It is. Thank you.
Is this straighter?
You're so much better than Russ was earlier today when he just waited until somebody said 3 and then confirmed it.
You said, how do you know? Well, I heard them say that.
goes out on that limb.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, you got it. Hardy got it. Hardy got
Hard
it.
curl.
Hardy got it.
Hard curl. Keep going. Hard curl. Hard curl.
Roll. Atta girl. Nice.
Very nice. His team hits well.
Yeah, they threw one here that didn't curl.
Double
much.
attempt by Danielle Schmiemann went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Tapped in, the Saskatchewan stone hung around for a corner.
And kind of guarded it. I like the call too, because if you hit the other one, you're never going to stay, and then they're going around the corner. And if they made the double, they were off to the races. But you're right, it couldn't have worked out much worse.
Could make the long roll here and sit shot behind 2.
Caitlin Law's Manitoba champion has bounced back with a 3 spot to take a 4-2 lead over Quebec.
Clean. Hair big. Yep. 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 Hard. Really hard. Hard, 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 hard.
Oh,
Okay.
and won't be able to hold the shooter.
Again?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. It'll curl hard this way.
I don't hit an inch more than I never want to run out of rings.
Surprising misses from Selena Sturmay. She's rolled out on a couple of open takeouts tonight, Russ, and I thought her hitting was her strong point, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
I like it.
Yeah, he had that pretty simple one in the second.
I think you're still just that extra foot or 2 up to the wings.
Okay.
This might be a little better, but
Yeah. Keep a broom down.
I'd rather be deep, I think.
Similar to what I threw. Is there
I thought that was just top 8. I think 2 feet more.
Okay.
Yeah. Take it, bud. Here we go. You got her.
2-line.
Well, we told you Law's got 3, Kathy, but in danger of what? Giving back a couple right here?
She is. She tried a double on her final stone, a bit of a cross house one, just caught it a little bit too thin and left that one Quebec stone in there. And so as long as Lottie is able to be full 12, it will be the 2.
Just top 8, please. Top 8.
As mentioned, the 4 straight Quebec titles.
Maybe a hair heavy.
21, 22, 23, now 24, trying to win Quebec's first Canadian Women's Championship since Lee Tobin back in 1975. And up until this point, she had only 2 hammer conversions.
Oh boy.
And that doesn't help you as you pitch it through. It goes without saying, when you get that last stone and you have that kind of chance, that's just a gift.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
No question.
Same turn smooth through it.
9-5. It looked like mine curled a little bit the whole way.
Don't worry about a potential jam. You'd have to be pretty unlucky. I think they're trying to roll underneath.
Yeah, they'll take another crack at it. Looks like they're throwing the other turn this time.
Interesting. Doesn't look like a ton of ice to.
9-5.
Don't want to nose it. Shade straighter inside out, but not a ton.
Keeping the weight up, throwing 9-5, so good normal
Okay, well,
to get that roll.
Yeah.
Weight's good. Clean, yep. Oh. Weight's good. Whoa. Whoa. Curl. Hard curl. Hard, hard, hard.
And
It's going out anyways.
out it goes, you're right. So it'll be the draw for a couple.
Yeah, sorry. Bad weight call.
But that's 2 in a row.
Seems to.
I mean, you'd think you would pull the weight off. She just said, somebody said bad weight call, so why didn't you learn your lesson on the first one?
Yeah, I just think there's a little bit of adrenaline going around here. It's when you're playing well, you just seem to be able to feel that weight, and when you're not, it's let's take less ice and fire it, and I'm going to hit something. That was going down the ice pretty hard.
And sometimes those easy shots in your mind, you think, oh, better not miss this.
It's a cruel sport.
There it goes. That's your pop.
Top 8.
Yeah. That's a little tougher to get feel with, but certainly works for her hits.
Slide.
Yep.
Gotta sit.
We're sliding back 4.
Gotta sit.
Wow.
13-6.
Not a lick yet. And into that slide path and finally dies for a couple.
Good.
Monday night here at the Scotties in Calgary, the Winsport Event Center. 3-2, Alberta leads it. Now here in 5, once again, it is Alberta with Last Rock playing the Yellowstones. But Joe, you were saying during the break, it really was a Saskatchewan 2 that appeared to come out of nowhere simply through Alberta mistakes. You know, they didn't try really hard, did they?
Yeah, early that end, the setup was great for Alberta. We saw Saskatchewan try to make a hit and roll for a corner. They bonked it and jammed everything. And then Alberta, I liked the call trying the double, but worked out poorly. Taps in Saskatchewan, and all of a sudden it was a simple 2.
10.
Yeah, really unlucky on the peeling the corner guard, tapping them in.
You got it.
A little unlucky for Kaylin there, too. Just grazed the backside of that center guard.
Yep. Little light. Yep. 10-5. Whoa. 10-5. Yep. Hard. Yep. Not big. Just nose.
Stoppage.
10-6.
Good big call.
Okay. Sorry, roll under. 12. Are we rolling under?
Yes.
Roll under?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, roll under. Yeah, 12. You got it, buddy.
Easier said than done.
We saw this move a lot going away last time. Those interns were coming across huge in the house. Should get good movement past the guard.
Stay close. Easy. 11. Curl. Curl. Curl, buddy. Yep. Yep, you got it. Hard. Okay, straight. Other way. Sorry. Yep. Okay. 11-1.
Tried to pivot around, help it over.
Yeah, they were never burying there, but it's a good shot.
10-5.
So let's just revisit what we had talked about
Just firm.
to start. Keep it simple, Alberta, and maybe more rocks in play from Saskatchewan. Do you think it's been that way, Joe?
I definitely don't see the crazy rocks in play that Ackerman started the Scotties with. They seem to be trying to pick their spots a little bit more. And if I'm Skylar,
That's a nice roll underneath.
very nice. You're trailing by 1. I'd love to be able to put some pressure on Selena Sturmay. Just seeing how she was struggling a bit with her precision hitting early here.
Yeah, make her hit.
Back to the broom.
Just precision here. They knew where that thing was going. There is a double, but it's thin.
Yep. Very slow. Yeah.
Throwing the right turn. You get a little lower roll here with the action off the high side.
Hard straight. You got it. Hard straight. Keep going. Okay. 10-7. Good call.
Yeah, it's funny. You for some reason, Selena's not hitting that well. So if you're Saskatchewan, that's what you're going after. And Skylar's draw weight's been low this week. So it's really which front end sets it up here, I think.
All right, so Desiree Haas being asked to play to the wings, maybe back 8 behind the tee line.
Yeah,
Why
smart.
go? Well, they're going to ask you. Why not go behind that center guard? You've already got one there.
You could, but the run back's fairly short for a good hitting team.
Okay.
Even if they miss the run back, then there's 2 yellow ones lined up, so there will be a double at some point. So this keeps them separated. If they go for the back 8-1, it's not really that dangerous. It's hard to roll, like, the forefoot, for instance, is impossible. Really good position.
Do we need it?
I love that call, Joe. Maybe even a foot farther, and then if they nose this, you could freeze to it.
Yeah, the key there, they just really wanted to make sure they were behind the tee line. If they're above the tee line, you leave a hit and roll buried top house.
Clean. 10. Yep. Hard straight.
There's a great angle there. Lots of rotation, good speed, and it's still curling her.
Trying to hold it up. And now there's that roll. And we'll leave it back 8.
So for Saskatchewan, be patient here. Nose this thing 2 or 3 times, then you roll, you're on the button. Ideally, if you knew you weren't rolling out, you want to roll this a little bit and keep it deep.
And then if you are Alberta and you play the hit and roll, you'll be behind the tee line and they could freeze down to you.
Yeah, they're looking to roll a little bit to the outside of the sheet if they can. Obviously don't want to get too cute and roll out though.
Yep.
Daniel Schmiemann.
10. Really gotta go. Coming off. Hard, 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 Des. Hard, Des. Hard, Des. Hard, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Good sweeping.
Knock out, and there you go. Loses it.
Unforced.
It was okay. It was just straight through. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to see more? Top 4. Top 4, but let's bury it. Okay, this is like a draw path. Yeah. Okay. Good 14.
2 choices here. You can play the run back or the come around. The come around is much more rewarding. You're 1 down without. You're going to try to shrink the scoring area here, even if this is a little bit deep. Better than wide open.
You just got to get buried.
Stay close, mate.
T. Gotta go, Taylor. I think we're T. We're T. Gotta go. Spinny.
All you, line's good. Line's tight. Top 8. Yep.
Line only, we're T.
Gotta go, Taylor. Gotta go.
Straight line.
Top 8. Straight.
That's a big carry. This is going to be a scrub to get it there. Here we go. Here we go. And around and stop, and no, that little bit too deep as it stopped to the back 4.
Pretty good though.
It was really spinny. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Sweet. We freeze, they freeze, and we probably have to give up a steal. How do you straight rip?
Yeah. Do we ever just peel? Or do you think they're just guarding again and then Selena can freeze?
Do we ever just peel?
Straight rip?
Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
Patient call.
Got it.
Okay. Better in turn.
I kind of like the in-turn split was one option. But their point was if we freeze, they freeze, and we don't have any room left.
Yeah, and this goes with their playbook. Don't take any risks when you don't have to. The split looks really appealing, but if you miss it or rock on the guard, it can get scary.
Yeah, uh-oh.
Oh, leave it there. And no, she'll kill it on the way by.
And left a guard.
Oh, good sweeping.
No.
Wow.
Where's this hit game gone for the for Alberta?
They've struggled, Vic. You're absolutely right. I don't know.
That's 2 over curls on interns for Danielle. Might just not be finishing the release. Could just be a little soft.
It's all good. Yuck. Time on Ashley's by chance. 14-2. Okay, perfect.
Boy.
You guys swept it most of the way. Yeah, so 14-5.
Good opportunity here now.
Yeah, just love to stay in front of the tee line here.
Hers had more rotation on it, so I think it
It's
just
a tough
ran
port
better.
too on the intern.
So I think yours, how you throw it, I think it's just gonna die. But we could just sweep through it. Okay. 2 feet off what you left. Okay. Yeah. Top 4, buddy. Let's make it.
In a 2-2 tie, playing 5 and sitting 1 for sure. Close for, you think it's 2?
I do.
So McCarville has a chance here for 3.
She does, and she made a huge shot on her first one. Stacey Curtis went around and was shot behind a whole bunch of granite. Krista made a run back, not only removed the shot stone, but sprayed 2 others of hers into the 4-foot. And on her final stone, Stacey Curtis hit and rolled too far, leaving those 2 shot stones for Northern Ontario. Needs 4-foot.
It's a crucial game for McCarville to avoid a 3rd loss. And not enough.
Yeah, no, you couldn't get there.
1. And now we'll see if Kathy's right.
Yep.
Let's see if Kathy's right.
No.
Come on, Newfoundland.
It needs to be like their weight, okay? Try to spin it. Hold it.
I think you're right, Kathy. Oh, they're going to cover her measure.
What's that? Do you think at all?
Nice draw by Skylar Ackerman on our sheet.
Do you think, Mike?
Perfect. Tough to chase this thing.
We talked about it briefly, Russ, opting for the run back now.
I do like to come around top, though, because you just play it tight. You get your peel at least. And if you miss this clean, which is very easy to do, you've got a tough last one. Hasn't hit very well today.
No.
Yep.
And to run this back's not easy.
Hard. Hard.
Pause. Have you got it? No. And leaves that center guard on the other side of the center line. All right, let's drop in on Manitoba and Quebec. And the final stone coming up here for Caitlin Laws.
Two very good shots by Laurie St. George this end. Very soft weights. Caitlin hit and rolled. She tapped it through a port, tapped another stone through a port. That's why it is 3 Quebec stones. So this is the force. Caitlin can come down to the stone at the back of the forefoot, but does need forefoot.
Laws and St. George at 72%.
Line's great. Just go for T.
You can't hurt it.
Really curling. Right to the T.
Can't hurt it.
Very nice facing 3. So they will go to the break. And again, must win if you're at 2 losses. And Manitoba leading.
Pass to sit.
Okay, full 8.
Top 8. Pass to sit.
Can we go like even or something?
No.
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 Boy, oh boy.
Okay.
Boy, anywhere between the yellow and red short would have been perfect. You'd be drawn wide out turn against 2 buried rocks.
That's fine.
Well, neither skip really on their game.
Said Skylar,
Yeah,
you know,
I think like an 8.
79 for hits this week, 59 for draws. Not only her line was fine if she throws it lighter, but she threw it so heavy that it had too much time to curl.
Yeah, and she just made a beautiful come around on the other side of the sheet, so it's just a little puzzling.
Still important. You don't want to tick that one that was just thrown. It's a steal of 2 or 3. Throwing a lot of weight here.
Yeah, I thought she'd be. Or are they just going for the double, Russ?
I guess, but you still don't have to break it in half. Like just control weight, use your brushers. You hit and roll an inch, you make the double. If not, it's a steal of 1.
Yeah, a little less.
Whoa.
Yes. No. Yes.
Yep.
Facing 3. Final stone. Selena Sturmay, get it by. They did. Get it by. They did. Oh, and she stuffed it. And so it's going to be a steal of 1 at the back. 4 for Saskatchewan. And they'll go to the break in a 3-3 tie. So Ackerman has come back. Oh, yes, she was right, Kathy. With a couple. 4-2, Northern Ontario leads there.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Well, a nice comeback through the first 5. They trailed 3-0, but have come back now with a couple in the 4th. Skylar Ackerman, the steal of 1, and so we're sitting now at 3. Customary grapes. Geez, what do you think of these numbers? Both skips are struggling.
Yeah, both kind of handing opportunities back and forth. There was an opportunity to sit 3 on Skylar Ackerman's in the 3rd, and it ended up turning into a steal of 2 for Sturmay, and then big steal for Saskatchewan in the 5th end with a missed double. Both will be looking to improve in this back half of the game, Vic.
Yeah, certainly, and I think for Alberta, we've seen those misses by Schmiemann, overthrown, Sturmay, some overthrows, maybe just have to adjust their weight a little bit. The numbers after 5, brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. Canada Olympic Park is going to be a very busy place. As soon as we leave, The Special Olympics Canada Winter Games arrive. Some 1,250 athletes. It begins on February the 27th, runs through March the 2nd. And a number of sports, 8 of them. There'll be floor hockey, alpine skiing, 5-pin bowling, cross-country skiing, snowshoe, figure skating, speed skating, and of course, curling. All right, your thoughts on the first 5, Kathy?
Well, the front end for Team Laws is really setting things up. Laura St. George has missed opportunities. We saw that draw go through. Can't do that. The roller coaster ride. Andrea was 93 earlier today, 59 tonight. But it is the Newfoundland Labrador team that is staying relatively consistent. That helps. Up until the last end, Veronica was a plus. But if she's a plus over Carrie Anderson, her team is certainly not. And our own game here, learning some angles, some struggles. You're watching it.
Maybe the key for Anderson, to my mind, is the draw weight. If she finally finds that, struggled early, really not at it, but tonight would go a long way. As we welcome you back in a 3-3 tie, and we'll see what the plan is now for Selena Sturmay and Alberta. They do have the last rock playing the Yellowstone.
Page's first come around here, Joe. They swept it right out of her hand till just over the second hog line, and it's back 8. Good old fifth end mop has caught another victim.
That's the Scotties rookies, though, Russ. It's a good for the first 4 rocks to the end at least. Things just glide that much better.
Pretty good pass. He's good.
That's not Page's miss, though, if they swept it the whole way. That's the sweepers kicking themselves, so it can catch the whole team.
Top 4! Right now, wider path! New spot! Top 4! Wider path! Top 4! Lock the rim right now!
High on Page's second one, and then Saskatchewan saying, thanks, I'm going to use that as a guard.
Pass to curl. Starting to curl, yep. Pass to curl, yep. Pass to curl, yep. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Pass to curl, yep, yep, yep. Go, go, go. Hard, Caitlin! Go, go, go. Great scrub, guys.
Yeah, great brushing.
Leave it high. Sitting top of the button.
Sure, don't mind just the peel for now.
He's back to your playbook.
You got it, Jess.
Right, open it up, keep it simple.
Yep. Yeah, the top's tempting. You could top, you know, like a board weight, or maybe make the double if you're lucky and hang on the wing, sit 3. But this, if anything's going to hurt you, it's this guard. I like it.
Yeah, really important to score this end. They have 3 hammers to Saskatchewan's 2, as long as there's no more steals. Love to score in an even end in the second half of the game.
I like that.
Really aggressive.
What if we use videos like this?
I like that better.
Sorry, what?
I like the hit and roll better.
Okay. 10? Okay, yep.
Did you ever replace the guard here, Russ?
Sure.
Okay, too. Sorry? Roll big's okay. Yeah,
You shot rocking the pin.
You got it, bud. 10?
You said today they went from ultra aggressive, which was my prediction watching them in Saskatchewan, to quite conservative, you'd say, in the morning game.
Yeah, and definitely more conservative now as well. I think they might be listening to Amber.
Hard, hard, hard.
Angle it back and leaves that Alberta stone underneath. Shot rock top 4. It's one of the things I said to Amber Holland, or asked her. I said, are you the one directing the game plan? She said, no. That's their decision. They make those decisions on the ice.
Yeah, and ultimately you'll meet after your game. So their first couple of games were quite the scoreboards, with 4s being given up. So they might have met as a team and said, look, guys, this is a different ball game than the regular season, and I think we need to make some tweaks.
Well, every spiel they played in was what I would call B, C quality spiels. They weren't in Grand Slams. They weren't, you know, in the big, you know, spiels out west type thing. So you've got to be careful with your strategy against teams like this.
Yeah, she won that Scotties in 11. And then in Espierre was the silver medalist, the former Canadian junior champion, Amber Holland.
Mine's good.
Close light.
Hard then.
Yep, you gotta go.
Thought they hit the top red one.
Where?
It's hard to keep the yellow separated, not leave a double here. And that red one's dangerous.
Back 4, back 8. Oh, we're there. Back 4. To your broom. Sit.
That's fine. Good disc. Good. 4-1. So good.
Just a misjudge there. Sweepers got on that right away.
Like this.
And you see to the wing ends up being a little bit quicker to the middle. There's less curl, and that rock stayed high of the center line for a long way down the sheet. No curl, it's going to carry. That could be a costly mistake.
You got her.
Needs to curl. Hard curl. Hard curl. Yes. Hard curl. Hard. Good.
Wow.
I did that one, but I don't.
To avoid that stone at the back edge, 2. So sitting 2 without last rock, Saskatchewan.
Good sweep, guys.
Pretty good. There is a double, though.
9.
Little fortune here. A lot of yellow is going to get that red.
Okay.
Second, third for Alberta.
You got it.
These 2 teams met just once on tour, and that was in Red Deer back in the middle of November, and it was Ackerman winning 5-3.
Go up. Yep. Weight's good. Slow.
Little big.
Yep.
Little big.
Yep.
For time for weight.
Hard. Hard.
Never off. Follow through on the back.
Watch the jam, and does stuff it back there. Well, there's a lot of junk you have to navigate here to get rid of even that yellow.
Okay. I like that. Do you guys like making a double? Or just this?
Yeah, play that.
Okay.
Catch the one in the back.
Don't fall in love with
It's just gonna
rolling
go on
buried, though,
Not that
because
one,
if you
the
ever
other one.
run it onto that left-hand yellow,
Close.
you
Yeah.
might double
Okay,
stuff
I
it.
think the roll is good. Same weight.
10.
Yep. Same weight.
Straight back would be a good call, too, and make that double.
I'm not sure I love the roll here, Russ.
That's what I mean.
jamming all day.
Right.
10. Little soft.
Whoa.
Ashley Tavenot.
Save.
Curl.
Room.
Curl.
Stay close.
Curl.
Close.
Clean.
Wait. Straight. Pull. Straight. Hard. Pull.
Watch it. Well, yeah, it does jam it at the back.
Good.
But it's 1-2
10, you say?
Saskatchewan, 3-4 Alberta.
Good. Nice shot, Ashley. Really good.
A little fortunate. Just snuck through the port there, wiggled through. It could have been any. If they don't brush this and make it curl, that yellow goes directly onto that yellow, and they all stay.
10.
Is that a new trend, do you think, Joe, when it comes to brushing? I've seen it earlier today. Saw it there. One brusher pivoting around rather than giving it to the other person.
Yeah, it seems to be, and I got to tell you, Vic, that's a really tough move to make, especially when your brush head, ooh, almost caught it. Especially when the brush head is the skinny way in front of the rock.
Right.
It's not only do you have to move your body, you also have to twist your broom and get the broom head proper.
Okay.
So you end up taking a bit of weight off of your broom, and part of me thinks it's easier just to let that other person in.
I mean, the only other thing I would think of, Russ, is that
Yeah, that's fine.
that space in time between
This spot's
one
pretty
giving
straight,
it up, one picking it up.
Yeah.
You could just lose that stone a bit.
Yeah, some teams are so good at that.
Just 10. Okay.
Yeah, and you've seen the pivot from Saskatchewan. That'll happen kind of hog line in. I think if it's before the hog line, they just switch the sweeper.
If we lose ours, that's fine.
Yeah, I agree.
The hitting battle this end at Saskatchewan. They get a chance to sit 3 here.
Yeah. You got her. Let's do it. Deep breath. 10. 10. Lean. 10-3. Yeah, straight. Yep. Easy. Right up.
Tracked her before. Remember that she tried that hit and roll and didn't get the roll.
Hard, gotta go.
Little roll is fine.
Skip stones and is able to push it through.
Very nice. Love the weight, too. Didn't whip it.
Yeah, I like that.
You think?
4-2.
Playing in the sixth now, McCarville up 4-2, but the hammer belongs to Newfoundland and Labrador.
And she's being forced in this end. Faced 2 on her first one, hit and rolled out, and that allowed Krista to draw another stone in there. But there is lots of room. Needs about a half a stone in the forefoot.
Running. There it goes. There it goes. Line's good. Oh, you need full 4. Curling.
Needs a full 4
Really curling.
and 90% on her draws so far this evening.
Go, 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 go. Go, go. We're there. We're there. We're there.
And you
Sorry,
are,
that
and
carried
worth
well.
that 90%.
One yellow.
It's very consistent, Stacey, is this year. Very impressive.
Yeah. Line's good.
On our sheet, Alberta's switching gears. Going to try to manufacture a skips 2 here, playing the come around. The rock in the 12 foot.
We're deep. Close. It's gotta die.
Tons of weight.
Yep. Whoa. Weight's close. Weight only. Top 4. Weight only. Page a little. Top 4. If you can, page no.
Oh, and there it goes, just that little bit deep. Sitting at the back 4.
Won't be happy there, but it for all intents and purposes cuts out 3 red. So it's you can breathe a little easier.
PEI in trouble again. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Facing the 4th stone thrower for Prince Edward Island. That's Veronica Main.
Well, she faced a similar 5 on her first one, tried to freeze. Carey able to pick it out, and that's why it is 5. The good news, well, bad news is that you're lying 5, but the good news is that she doesn't have to tap a stone back. She's got room to come down to the face of the shot stone, but it is the hearts that she needs.
Sabrina Smith, Whitney Jenkins.
You have to go for line. Yep. Gotta go for line. Gotta go for line.
And how cool is that? Very, very nice. Gosh, that is great. The team is coached by your old pal, Darryl Nolan. Played in the 97 Brier with James Grattan. And Jimmy, the
no longer kid.
Old man now, is representing New Brunswick again.
Sorry. Okay. Strong.
I would look forward to seeing him.
We can be to that back one too, right?
He played really, really well at his provincials.
Sorry.
Jimmy, the intermediate.
Yeah. Middle-aged man.
Tough 13. Yeah, 12.
Yeah, that,
sorry.
Where's he from, Vic?
Do you guys want us or the same?
Oromocto, of course. Hey, you just set me up. It's perfect.
And the count begins.
Yeah.
That's a pop release that I never grew up with. We just slid out at the right speed and a slight adjustment maybe on release, but when you're throwing, basically you're sliding out at the hog line and trying to add 30 feet, I think it's difficult, Joe.
Yeah, I think Skylar will probably go to school with her draws in her off-season training here.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. What do you got here? Don't give it back. That's the way to do it. Hold your breath time for Alberta fans, but they can breathe easier now. Sturmay starts the second half with a couple.
We've put in the work and we feel ready. We feel like we have the pieces and have the support, and the players have put in the work and fine-tune our game to where we feel really confident and we can perform to our best and take on Canada and hopefully take on the world.
It's a long week and it's not so easy to be able to predict kind of where you see yourselves, so I think we just have to go out there every game and give it our best chance and hope we come out on the right side.
And that will be the feature game to start Tuesday. Joe and Brian will have it for you at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. local. Kate Cameron coming off their first loss to Danielle Inglis earlier today, and meanwhile Holman just rolled over the Yukon 11-2 to remain undefeated. Kathy?
Well, no, I was just going to point out I'm also here in the morning. I'm here all day.
Oh, I apologize.
Am the most comprehensive
Wow.
curling coverage.
Wow.
did you forget me?
I can't now. I tried, but I can't now. Yeah, it's great to see all the children here. Family Day.
You know what? I always look at these young women, and I hope that they're watching someone or the sport, and they either admire somebody out there, want to be like them, or want to pick up the sport, because this is how it starts.
And how we see it through our cameras is how you see it at home.
Yep. Copy.
So to the 7th we go. And Saskatchewan once again with Last Rock playing the Redstones. That's a nice little bounce back coming out of the 5th end break. You'd given up 3 straight points.
Sorry.
Alberta get a deuce.
Maybe we can jiggle bump it. Sorry. Jiggle bump it a little.
Yeah, and skips 2. There was no 2 when Selena Sturmay went to go throw, so that'll be great for Skipper's confidence moving forward.
The other thing, Joe, is that it wasn't they were draws. They weren't hits. And that's the struggle, right, for Alberta tonight.
Okay.
Anytime you can have I like to call them reference draws, something late in the game where in the next couple ends, if Selena has to throw another draw and she says, is it the same speed as the 6th end? Sweepers can say yeah, no, or 3 feet more. Helps with the feel.
Easy. It's really nice. Well, coming down a lot. Coming down a lot. Easy. Hack. Close. Curl. 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 Hard curl. Hard curl. Curl.
Get some separation. And to that point, it was Selena Sturmay who managed to find draw weight. Now, this is the first of her 2 in that 6th.
It's a funny game. Whichever team's got the advantage in an end doesn't end up winning the end. And it wasn't Alberta's best end. Looking at 3 here, you're coming around a rock almost in the 8-foot. How do you get it buried? Just like that. Yes, it's behind the tee line, but it forces the other skip to make a really high quality freeze.
And couldn't. And that led to the deuce. Key shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together.
I like it. You got it, buddy. Straight through.
Almost double there. It's kicked the Saskatchewan red right behind the corner guard. So that could be a big advantage trying to get a deuce right back here.
Kaylin. Hard curl. Hard curl. Hard curl. Roll away. Okay, we're just gonna know.
10.
Looks like he could chase that one buried.
Line throw here.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want that?
Bumper side?
Yeah. Okay. Just a little.
You like there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good throws. Yeah. Just.
Okay. Because we just decided let's open up.
Are you looking to roll underneath?
Okay.
Yeah, yes, but you could nose it too, because I think it would set up a possible double, which A, should jam, and B, you'll roll out. So that's not bad either. Really, really try to give yourself another option. You know, we're never going to be perfect. And I think dead on would be decent here.
Yeah, make the roll under. You'll probably see Saskatchewan play the run back,
right.
And then better chance of having that red in the 8-foot count.
And right on the nose.
So our point here, Vic, is yes, you leave a double by hitting it dead on, but you're going to hit it that way, and it could go like that. Plus your shooter rolls out.
You like that, or just roll to here still?
I think too, yeah.
I feel like they're guarding if we
Can
do
we
that.
roll under our corner?
Pardon? Okay, let's make this then.
Yeah, what about long roll?
Go big the other way.
Somebody said under that red corner.
Yeah, sure.
And lots of options to roll under on that side of the sheet.
Way better.
Great call. Even if you're partially open behind this corner, that's tricky to navigate.
Whoa, whoa,
10.
whoa.
Close. 10, 3. 10.
Clean. Whoa,
10.
curl.
Close. Clean.
Curl.
Curl. Yep.
All the way. To the line. To the line.
Hard curl. Hard
Where do you
curl.
gotta go, buddy?
Hard curl. Hard curl.
And no roll.
11-5. I'm going to give you a little less.
Yep.
Okay, Joe, to your point, you didn't want to roll underneath
I'll give you a tiny bit
with the first one, but they're looking to roll now with the second one. Why?
It's higher in the house now, so the run double is harder.
Exactly.
Roll into, might sit second if they roll. The nose second shot would be Alberta, Saskatchewan rather, in the back 8 foot.
Still a hair big. Curl. Curl.
11-2. Curl. 11-2.
This spot has gotten pretty straight. Every single rock, they seem to be trying to dig it over there.
Curl. Curl. Hard.
11-2 wasn't very hard either.
Now they'll tuck a piece underneath. Not quite all.
I don't know whether they got enough there or not.
This for now?
Is that any good?
We'll stay right there, but
I think we just got to open it up here. I don't mind it.
at least it's our rock out front then.
Sorry? Yeah.
Nose? Is like that?
Nose?
Yep. 9?
As long as it doesn't jam. I don't think it does.
It doesn't look like a jam. No. For the nose.
9?
Yeah.
The stone they're worried about jamming is the one in the top 12 on the left-hand side.
I think so. I think that's what they were talking about. Yes.
10, 10, 5, 10, hard.
Ashley Kevino.
9, 5.
Okay, whoa.
Oh,
Yes!
watch
Yep,
the
yep,
back
yep.
red one.
Yep. Let's roll.
And they'll get away with that. Lose that shooter.
Thanks.
Fortunate.
Yeah,
Get that started a bit, I think.
I think so. It looked like they took quite a bit of ice. They had a couple inches.
It's not easy for her to chase it this way if we put up like a longer guard.
Yeah, like
She
even.
probably has to come in and freeze.
Yep.
Because I know we don't want her to be able to chase this, but if it's
Well, my only thought was going tight, like going here.
yeah, even then she's gonna, as long as she can't get at this one, then that's probably goal number 1. Hey.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
Yeah, my only other thought was trying to tap it like a foot and
The 5.
yeah,
Straight back. Yeah.
that's probably my last shot kind of thing though.
I think I like the guard.
Okay.
You like the guard? Yeah.
I think I like tight.
Okay. Tight. Yeah. Kind of half of the 5, short half,
Yeah.
or a small half.
You'd love to chase that red one, but it's over buried. And even if you make it, then they hit
got
the
it
shot
crossing.
rocker
Probably
roll
max, they
buried,
have to
and
punch it.
you're
Okay.
worse off. This is probably the play.
Why tighter the guard, though, Joe? That just seems to me leads you to make the run back easier. No?
Yeah, I agree with you, Vic. I think I'd be looking for something maybe a little bit higher.
I think if they go too high, it might not curl enough to get the shot rock. That's all. You're absolutely right. At least they're raising in a yellow, which would advantage Alberta.
Yeah, tighter it is, though, the
Yeah.
easier
Oh, yeah.
it is to connect.
Get all 3.
A little higher, you might see Skylar just try to play a draw and manufacture skips too.
Line's good. Good half. A little bit of room.
Tight.
Room.
Got it, curl.
Gotta get it over center.
Right there. Curl.
Hard. Curl.
Just
curl.
inside half.
Curl.
Half tight.
Curl.
Curl.
Hard.
Curl.
Hard.
Oh, great judge. Thought the indication was a little tighter than that. They may have may work out better for them, you think?
Not sure. There might be a port here.
Really?
It's
Wow.
small, though, isn't it?
I think that's it, hey?
A tricky port. But I guess if we open it up, it's not the worst thing, right?
Yeah. I like 11.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, tricky with that corner guard being higher.
roll on top of our
You
own.
have to just get by it, but your rock is going to be
That's it.
curling towards that yellow center line one.
11? Yeah.
I think there's space,
Yep.
but
If we open it up,
just.
it's not the worst thing. Sorry? If we open it up, it's not the worst
So if you're Skylar in the hack, you want to be thinking, if anything, you want to hit that center line.
Yes.
You can't afford to be wide here.
And that's the youthful exuberance. It's like if we miss, we open up, but it's easy to miss on the high side, and you don't open it up. then you're in trouble. She's made a ton of hits this week.
The real first challenging shot, mostly wide open so far for Ackerman. Now has to come through this hole. Sturmay coming down a lot now. Got to get it through here. Got it through by that one. Yes, no. Won't. And then stuffs it on her own and spills away. So it still is Alberta sitting the 2.
That was a great throw.
Just whiskered the rock on the center line.
Horrible result.
Tough one.
Just.
I don't think they heard me the first time I called them on.
But you know something, just to your point, she got by that one red stone by lots.
Mm-hmm.
She really had to whisker that one to get by the second.
It's just such a hard line call because you're playing to whisker the outside one, and that's not the one you want to hit. If you're going to hit one of them, that was a really hard shot.
It was.
Yeah.
Great try. Dangerous call, though.
Yeah, now might be tough to score.
Updating all the scores for you. Manitoba continues to lead Quebec. Northern Ontario by 1 now over Newfoundland and Labrador. And Team Canada extending their lead to 10-3 against Prince Edward Island.
You can wait.
With 3 hammer conversions tonight.
Fighting 4.
They had 3 the entire event coming in.
Getting better. Does, yeah. Half 4. Half 4, guys. Straight. Hard. Sorry, Danielle. 14-2.
Oh,
well.
What have you left?
The port's still there. But there's such a downside to trying it. But this is easier than the last one.
Yeah, and the only other shot, I mean, you can draw on the out turn side and cut them down to a steal of 1.
I think I would have taken this away, even though that's very difficult. It's with Skylar's hitting ability and struggling with the draws. Make her throw the out turn draw. But
a second look at this one.
Big upside here, isn't there, Joanne, if this wrecks on something?
Final stone, Skylar Ackerman. Facing 3.
12,
it's a different
25,
hole to come through
12,
now. There's no stagger.
12.
Devino calling line.
12.
Sturmay, Skinner. Got to get through there. Yeah, you do. That one too. Got that one too. Sure you do, and sit right there.
Beauty. Really nice.
Good call. Really good.
Didn't have much space past that corner guard, Russ.
No, young eyes.
Fist bumps all around for a single. A desperate single. Saskatchewan. Family Day across the country. I'm reminded that Nova Scotia calls their day Heritage Day. Here from PEI, it's Islander Day. Not all the provinces and territories do have the days off. They come a little later. But an important single, to be sure, for Saskatchewan. Facing 3, the hit and stick in the 4-foot. Closes the gap. Alberta once again with Lance Rock as we go to the 8th, playing the Yellowstones.
Oh, big trouble there for Page. Kaylin made a great one for Saskatchewan, but you could have chased that out and tapped it behind the tee line. You've got hammer here. You don't want to clog up the front. Playing the freeze shrinks your scoring area, and then coming up light magnifies it. Now it's trouble for Alberta.
So just back 4. You ate an inch? I think this is close. Out here. I think mine runs straighter though.
I know, still looks like that.
Oh, it's good. Okay.
Just back 4, buddy. Yeah. Speed's good.
You got everything you want for Team Saskatchewan. 2 guards and a rock in a great spot.
Gonna try to tap. Little bump, get the Alberta Rock behind the tee line.
So you started the evening talking about the battle of the front ends. Right now it's advantage Patley by a lot over Skinner.
But just with one untimely miss.
Hard right to it, hard right to it. Just straight, just straight, just straight, just straight, just straight.
Great shot.
14-9. Yeah, it just came down. 14-9.
They wanted to bump, but that's the way to miss that. You often see people, you're trying to make a little jiggle tap, and instead of throwing back 4, they throw back 12.
Roll open.
You roll open and then totally lets the opposition off the hook. Better to miss that a little bit late. We can use that.
And you ever need a double peel here at some point.
Yep. Yep, hard. Yep. Hard, hard. Hard! Keep going hard, hard, hard. Whoa! Whoa! You're really close. Get it.
You're really close. Goodness, very nice.
Wow, look at where
Opens up the middle. And look at where the stone has rolled behind their corner.
What a great shot.
Sneaky.
Much better. I like it. I like
And left the 2 there, but it's a pretty simple double.
Yeah, that's with 5 rock rule. Seconds and thirds that can connect on these double peels just make a world of difference. One shot, the whole end is turned around.
Yes, yes. Some nice placed guards here. Saskatchewan's still in good shape, but you've got to make them.
2. Needs to curl. High. Line will be okay. Just go for distance.
Taylor
2.
Strummick.
Go for distance. 2. High. Cross the center. Cross the center. Curl if you can. Curl if you can. Yep. Gotta go. Keep going. You got it. Go.
Oh boy, huge
go.
scrub, and they
Great speed,
just
guys.
will get it across.
Great awareness by the whole team. They knew it was a little light. They knew it was a little wide. And they high side swept it and stayed on it the whole way and made it really good.
Good sweep. Well, off.
Should be okay.
Clean.
Didn't leave the center line.
Chop. I got it.
Okay. Just same thing for now, I think. Yeah.
So again, advantage to the front end of Alberta. Haas over Strummick.
Okay.
And we mentioned earlier, it's just been a bit of a strange game. Whichever team seems to be setting up better seems to let the other team off the hook late in the end.
Tight. Line's good.
Saskatchewan wants to replace this guard, and they like that depth on the last one. You don't want to be too tight to the rings here and leave a run back opportunity for Alberta.
This has to curl. Pretty tight. Really tight. Well then. Let it sit.
Just like full 12.
Let it sit.
That's it, rock. That's it. Sit.
Shoot.
And
Okay. Good job, guys.
too deep.
15.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Or a hair low.
Okay.
Hair low is real close.
Those are a little low. It'd be nice to roll.
Haven't heard from Kathy in a while, but we will now after blanks in 6 and 7, and Quebec with the final stone.
Well, and they debated about this for a little bit, about whether just to throw it through again. But given the scoreboard, Laura's trying to take advantage of any opportunity. So trying to split the stone on the cashmere and get both in the house for 2.
Boy, that looks like a long way, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're splitting. The shooter's going to be dead coming across the face like that.
Meanwhile, Alberta gets rid of 1. Oh, you're going to rub off her own? And not quite, so we'll have to settle for that one, the single.
Hair thicker.
Shoot.
So trails by 1, although
Oh man.
she gets that single in the 8th. She has her even end point.
Double wasn't made in our sheet, but it kicked it far enough that they're Alberta Rock's second.
Go big, easy. 10, 9, 8. 10. Third double.
Stay close.
Lead. Yep. Well.
Nice, Ashley.
Nice, Ashley.
Had a girl.
10-1.
Saskatchewan's forcing Alberta to make some doubles. Going to have to make another one here to score a deuce.
Which way? In turn?
Yeah. Okay. Pretty much. It's got to be a little low this time.
Yeah. 10-1.
You got it. Yeah.
Spot.
Make the double, try to roll a little bit.
Well, curl. Other way, curl.
Daniel Schmiemann, the last of the third rocks, and will get rid of it. Looked like she was going to stuff it, but there was enough action on those stones.
I like the weight choice there because you didn't want to stuff it. So you had to get that out of there, and she threw a nice firm peel weight and controlled the shooter. I haven't seen too many to the corner. A couple guards, but I don't remember a come around.
Don't think we've seen a chase to the wing yet tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
A couple shots yesterday on sheet B. This tracked a little bit.
That guard's really high. I think it's on the other side.
We need to move this Alberta rock very far to sit two. Don't have to kill it from the rings.
So that should affect your weight choice. Maybe a backline hack. Smart.
Yeah, if you just punch it in the open, that's pretty good.
Yeah, back eight.
So back
We need a
eight,
little
weight.
more. Is this minimum? She took more. Sorry? She took more. Oh, okay. We're good with this ice, you guys think? Yeah. That's
Yeah, playing back eight, the guard isn't even in play.
Right. Yeah, excellent weight choice.
Like 13 and a half?
Yeah.
So many teams that throw a board or something at this. And you got to go through the guard. Gives Skylar a way better chance of making this.
Skip stones here in the
Back line. Stay close.
eight.
Back line.
Hold in.
Almost half.
Back line. Curl. How? Really hard, curl, hard.
Hack.
Hard, curl. Okay.
and won't touch it. All right, I'm again ask you about that release, right? Is it,
Yeah,
is that simply it?
You know,
it is, in my opinion. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm going to stand up here for a sec for Skylar. Just with the release, that release, when you're playing in a curling club, will play all day. On arena ice, when you have that, you're really telling it what to do, it adds a lot more weight than you think it will. It can add up to 6 feet, so your body has to feel slower, and she's learning that. If she throws the right weight there, that rock will come up no problem. It was just, that was hack, and they were looking for back eight.
Well, what do we got here? 1, 2, maybe 3 reds?
It is 3.
Yeah.
On her final stone, well, they called a timeout, Newfoundland Labrador did, but there was really not a lot of easy shots. Stacy tried to play a double. She removed one. Her Yellowstone is the 4th shot, but 3 already for Krista McCarville, looking for 4 foot for 4.
And not much of that 4 foot either. In the 90s on her draw weights.
Hard. No. Whoa. You stay straight.
Every time I look over at Krista McCarville, it's an overcurl. When she does miss, it seems to be an overcurl, Kath.
Yeah, it is for sure.
3 instead of 4.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
You're going to take a look, do you think? Well, maybe she's going to get away with this here.
I don't think so.
Just 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that one's.
You're going to argue with yourself?
Yeah, well. Spent a lot of time on the road in a hotel all by myself.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's, as we say, a very big game for McCarville. 3 losses would almost certainly take you out.
Yeah, 2's better than more than that.
Yeah. I think I like
And we have our first final. And Carrie Anderson with just the 1 loss, and that was to Selena Sturmay. Make the final 10-4 to improve their record to 4-1. And DeCarlo PEI now winless in 5.
And I think the key thing tonight for Carrie Anderson is she was very dialed on her draw weight, and that's what she's going to need.
Interesting call here by Alberta. It's certainly not wrong. If you'd hit the open one, I think you're going to see Saskatchewan this late in the game play the come around. If they make it that good, it's going to be a tough shot for Alberta, and it might be a steal. But you could have sat 3 if this freeze is made. Joe?
And it's a tough score of 2.
Interesting call. Anywhere touching the 8-foot is going to be eliminate 2 yellows.
Top 4. Little tight. It's really close. Hit it, Taylor. No bounce. Wait, back 4. T. Back 4. Low then. Around it then. Back 4. Okay. Nice.
Might have to go around it.
We're not by. Nice it. Yep.
We're slowing down now.
Right here. Hard, guys. Freeze it.
And
hey, Skylar.
makes it. Very nice, Skylar Ackerman.
Really good, bud.
Nice one.
Nice. Good. Keep that weight in your pocket.
Yeah. What was that?
410.
Yeah, I think so.
And both skips struggling on their the hits.
I really like 4-2. I think this path will be. I want to give you a 3.
That's a huge draw there. Not only does it eliminate a bunch of rocks, but as you say, it's a reference for the next end.
Player numbers, excuse me, Mr. Howard, birthday boy, are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. Just because it's your birthday, you think you can do anything you want, but no, you have to still play nice.
And do anything I want on the other days.
That's true. Final stone, sitting 1, drawing for 2. Good piece of the 4-foot.
Close. Wider path.
You saw her draw numbers were much better than her hit numbers for Selena Sturmay.
T-line on this line. T-line. Line's good. Yep, gotta go. T-line on this line.
It's going to start to die now.
Line's great.
T-line.
T-line.
We are T-line.
Well judged.
Very nice for 2. And that'll make them happy here in Calgary.
I think I gave you more than.
Trying to win a 4th straight is Alberta and Selena Sturmay with a 2 in the 8th. As we welcome you back to the Winsport Event Center here at Canada Olympic Park. We've been here before, of course. We've talked about the bubble of 21, but they've also hosted a Pan-Continental and the 2015 Continental Cup.
Well then, the T-line's up for.
It's a really wonderful facility. So to the 9th we go, and down by 3. Saskatchewan and Skylar Ackerman with last draw.
Just go. Till it stops. Keep it going.
Taylor, you want it. Hard.
Keep it going.
Desperate for points here if you're Saskatchewan. I'm surprised they didn't throw another corner guard here, Russ.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Nice finish. 14-3.
One roll out. If you have to run that yellow rock back or something, you roll out, there goes your whole end.
A little slower here.
Guard so high, I thought Alberta might try the chase.
Yep.
This is a good call too, though.
Yes.
Come around and sit 2.
This is probably what Jennifer would do, right? Keep the pressure on.
Yep.
Yeah, get the opposition throwing run backs when they're down 3. That's always a good spot to be in.
To it. Hard, Paige. To it.
To it. Little tap.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
It's okay.
We'll leave a
You're
pocket.
just rounding a little bit. Coming up wide and rounding it.
It's amazing how a shot can look good for about 23 seconds and then it's like, oh no.
Do you like moving it or no? Do you like moving it or no? Yeah, we can move it. I have more on this one. This one's higher.
Yeah, I think
We'll
I
just
think
like
it'll
roll
curl in.
into it. Like we have to do this one first. Okay. Back 4. Yeah, back 8. Okay.
She threw 14-5 back 4, so 14-2 or so.
Nice opportunity now. One's pretty well buried and lock one in here.
Back line.
The
Curl.
real
Curl.
tough part about this end is the yellow Alberta guards when you're 3 up. Not sure they planned that.
Hard, you're doing it hard. Hard, you got it. Go, 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 go. Yep,
I didn't see the call. Did you, Joanne, when
No,
they
I
threw the
didn't.
guard?
From watching this Alberta team, the call would have been to come in to the rings. Paige had it come up light on her last end, too.
That's right.
She might have a slow rock in
Yeah.
the teeth to start coming out as the game progresses.
Okay, Des, you got it. Back line. Back line.
Trying to get to the inside here. Avoid the jam at the back.
Yep. Hard. Minimum weight. Yep. Light. Hard. We're close. Hard.
Right down the slowest spot in the sheet. You don't want to nose your own.
Go, go, go.
Paige Papley.
Whoa.
And we'll chip it over.
Yep. Hard, hard, hard.
Open up that center line.
But guard the red one.
12-9.
Really good opportunity here for Saskatchewan.
Yep. Yeah, then they have that.
If we roll under our other one, that's okay.
We can
too.
roll big too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have room on that side or not really? I don't need this one just so it stays a little higher.
Tie this game up in a hurry now.
Throw the out
That
and
red
just stays
sunk
a
on the
little higher.
left.
Yeah. Do you like 11 or 10 here? I don't mind a 10. Okay. You got it, bud. Should do. 10.
Taylor Sturmay.
10-5. Easy. 10-5. Just clean. Oh, room still. Kaylin, yep. Coming down. Hard curl. 10. Hard curl. Really gotta go. 10-3. Hard curl. Really gotta go. Yep. Okay.
Unfortunate.
We can't do is hit it high, so we'll just let it.
Well, St. George and Quebec with the possible steal here, leading and trailing Laws by 1. Final stone belongs to Manitoba.
Well, that yellow stone in the forefoot that is protecting the shot stone, that was Lodi St. George's first one. Caitlin tried to run back, just peeled off the guard, and the stone that she's running back now was Lodi's second shot. So trying to run it back, yellow, yellow, red, yellow would be shot.
No other way to get to it.
Nope.
Run it. Here we go. Bang, bang. And watch them spill. And that will be a steal of 2 for Quebec to take the lead.
I almost wondered if they were going to throw it away and give her her one and the hammer coming home.
As soon as I saw the broom, I thought she was throwing it hard, and that could have happened.
And did.
Keep it up. Keep it up. I think we still just have to draw around.
Boy, Caitlin must wonder, you know, he had a hit for, or a draw for 4 in the first inning and turned it into a 1. And then that one. Not that she missed that by much. It was just an interesting weight choice.
Nice double and roll on our sheet by Danielle Schmiemann.
And shot rock.
Totally lost under those guards.
Top eight's okay. Good. Stay close for line. Top 4. Yep, for line. We're top 4.
Really nice resilience from Danielle. She had a few tough ones early in the game, but
Line only. Hard straight.
be happy with that result.
We're T. Hard straight. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Never off. Skinner, Sturmay. And they'll rub and roll off.
14-7.
Still yellow second shot, I believe.
I don't think so.
You think, Vic?
Yep.
Close now.
It's important.
Okay. Nose. Hack.
Yeah, good hack.
Thinking like a 12.
I'm thinking like a 12, Selena.
Yep. I like that.
Just because we're slugging through the middle here.
You got her. Lean.
Yeah, little light.
Little light.
We're close.
Yep. Just hack. Whoa, curl. Curl. Just hack. Whoa. 12-2. Curl. Curl. 12-2. Curl.
Haas to help it over. And we'll sit shot rock. So 1 and 2 at the moment without the hammer.
I was thinking the other option was maybe roll away, because if they can scare this guard, you only have to move the yellow a millimeter. You're sitting 2.
Yeah, roll away and sit 2, and then Alberta can't come around, or Saskatchewan rather can't come around the corner situation.
I think if you
shot
squeeze this guard, it's probably there.
I just don't know if they're getting enough movement inside out, Russ.
Right. Yeah, it would have to be awfully close to the guard, but it's three down. You got to start playing those.
No. Girl. 12. Girl. Hard.
Really gotta go.
Hard, you're moving it. Hard, Taylor. Gotta go.
Hard, you're moving it.
Gotta go, Taylor. Taylor Sturmay
Keep it going.
trying to knife this over.
Hard, keep it going.
And does.
12-3.
Weight was in the ballpark, just a little bit too wide. It ran the line.
Yeah. 10-5.
Yeah, whatever you're seeing.
I think it will curl once it gets there.
I agree.
You're better to roll out here
There.
than leave a double.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you have to roll away.
Yeah. I think so. It should curly be like normal. I thought we were kind of going to hit it.
10-5. Just roll it to the forefoot on your side, does.
Got it.
Skip stones. Selena Sturmay.
Curl. 10. Curl. 10. Curl.
Fully cross.
Curl. 10-5. Curl. Curl hard.
That's what they asked for. And they'll avoid the jam, and the shooter will go.
Not bad.
Sounds good. It's a good throw.
Thought at first, Joe, the thought was to keep it in play and just mirror it on the other side.
Yeah, they were hoping to just roll to the other side of the center line. Didn't want to stay right there and leave a double, though. So, better option just to roll out.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? It's close. I'm not real confident that it's us, but it is close.
Yeah, it's really close. I think we still do this, though.
I think so. Can we get it over here? Yeah.
Okay. So like 14-3. Okay. So I had to go for line. Is this what you
We've
gave
thrown
me?
quite a few in this spot now. I think it might be okay. Just
Trying to come around a rock in the 8-foot, you got to take an aggressive broom. Hear the exchange there.
Yeah.
Ashley's draw rubbed off, but
We've thrown lots in this
got to
spot
play
now, so I
this
don't think it's
tight.
gonna come up.
If they do happen to tick the yellow, which will be really tough to do.
Might end up sitting 2.
That's right. I'm not sure they can get to that one with the guard, but this is the right play for sure. Maybe a hair slower for a while, and then maybe a bit slower the whole way, I would think. What are you looking for here? 14.
14-2.
Handle tight.
Well then.
Back forward. Well then. T.
Well then.
Ackerman's first.
Well then.
T.
Close.
T.
Okay, well
T.
then.
Back forward.
7-3. Northern Ontario leads Newfoundland and Labrador. And it appears that Stacey Curtis is going to put it all on the line here.
Well, she is. Until Krista McCarville finished her first shot, it was 3 for Newfoundland and Labrador, but Krista made a very tough triple. And Stacey went around, Krista followed her, so she's trying to run her own stone back, needs to.
Yeah, you're in the 9th, and she'll run it by, and that's a steal of 1.
Like similar to the path shoes.
Oh, jeez. Good game.
And handshakes.
Good game. Good game.
And Krista McCarville, after a slow start, has now won 3 to stay at 2 losses. Make the final 8-4 as Newfoundland Labrador. Stacey Curtis still winless.
Well, Skylar Ackerman, who struggled most of the week with the draw weight, made a great one in 8 and a beauty here. That's not going to be easy to tap this thing. It's pretty buried.
I think we may just be playing the freeze.
Okay.
Weight only, room. Curl top of our team. Lots of room.
Does your
Too much room. You cannot bounce on this line.
We're there.
Cannot
Close,
bounce on this
close.
line.
No.
You're still not on it.
Just
Still not on it. Not on it.
Uh-oh. And just on it.
Good judge.
Great judge.
14-4.
Just looking at that one over the hog line would have made it go too far.
Get there. Good sweep.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
We ever come off that yellow? I don't think that really helps, no.
You can just draw for one.
Yeah.
If you don't think we can get it out.
Okay. What do you think?
It's pretty perfect.
Yeah.
We can try hack and just curl hard after we get by the car.
Yeah, and if we nose, we still get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hack?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is there, Russ.
Yeah.
That rock is glued to the side of the red.
Yep.
They're trying to play hack weight, curl
It's
to
pretty
the
tight, but
to the right-hand side of this yellow rock and tap it back for two, but
Okay, something that
I don't need an inch less.
Amber Holland said to me before the game. Sometimes Ackerman plays things she can see, not necessarily shots she can make. And is this one of those situations?
I think it might be reaching a little bit here, Vic. But the thing is one probably isn't enough to get you close in this game. So.
Yeah, for sure. And you probably should. You can score this way too. It might be there. I'd be taking extra ice, throwing virtually no handle, and try to carve it all the way in.
Easy.
Try to get that extra curl. It's close to being there for sure.
Hard, Taylor.
Push it over. Hard, buddy. You got it.
Hard, buddy. You got it.
Knifing it over. Staying with it. Now. Switching it around. Is it there? Oh, is it there? No, it isn't. Didn't get across enough.
Brilliant try.
And it's a steal of one. Sturmay. To increase the lead, 8-4 with one to play. And that will be it. And Sturmay in Alberta will go to 4-0. And Saskatchewan will drop their second, now 3-2. And what we told you earlier, remember about 4 win starts for Alberta. They've usually found their teams in a final. Make the final. 8-4 Alberta. Well, as part of Family Day, Alberta and Calgary Tourism were giving out these white hats, the white Stetsons, and now those Stetsons being signed by the Alberta champion, Selena Sturmay, who wins a 4th straight. Brought up her draw game. It's interesting, as soon as they got into the draw game, they were a different team, scoring the deuce and 6. Getting the 2 and 8, and then setting up the steal. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. So one game remains on the ice, and Caitlin Law is playing her first skip stone. We're down to the final stones, down by 1 after giving up that steal of 2 and 9.
And that stone that you see that is shot stone over buried, that was thrown by Laurie St. George on her first. No way to remove it, just trying to get on top of it and be shot.
And we'll push it over even more and spin off.
Oh, that's trouble. Absolute trouble.
Laws at 1 and 2. Saint George at 2 and 1 coming in, as this is their one timeout. And Francois Roberge.
I think it's more line than anything else.
I think you want to split center.
Non, je suis d'accord avec toi.
Yeah. Oui. Ouais.
Ouais, mais on peut pas y enlever tout, hein.
Ouais, top 4, full good.
Je te dirais que
Sur la ligne.
oui.
En arrière de la jaune, là, c'est bon.
Ouais.
Faut pas l'overbury comme l'autre.
Yeah, I like that.
T'sais,
Yeah.
c'est comme
This
là.
is plan B.
Yeah. Oui. OK.
Non.
Fait que c'est un petit peu plus efficace.
J'étais où? J'étais ici?
We
Just
want to
threw
be
it,
on center,
Joanne.
like to make the draw hard.
Yeah.
Just top 4 is fine. Even if it's top 8, it's okay. I think
Yeah,
that's better
just
than freezing it.
sit
'cause then
two.
they have
Just
a
don't want to
goal
be
line or
deep here.
Yeah, don't.
Top 4, top 8's okay.
No double.
No double, so got to get under the guard.
Take about 4 feet off the last one.
50?
OK. Yeah.
Yeah, dead buried top
it's sliding
4.
good here.
That's
Yeah.
a tricky draw for one.
You know it. So 55 is perfect.
Yep. OK.
A
60's
third
driving.
loss would almost certainly
55.
eliminate
Yeah.
Manitoba and the champions.
Yeah, they still got British Columbia, PI, Canada, Northern Ontario.
They got it?
4
Mine's good.
T-line!
straight Quebec championships
Easy, easy.
Back
for
and forth.
Laurie St.
We're back
George.
for it.
Yeah. Nope.
Trying.
Getting there. Always M.
Looks perfect.
Weight's good.
Okay, just top 4, always M. Silver
Emily
curling.
Riley,
Always M. Easy.
Kelly Madaw.
Easy.
Sit. Sit down.
Oh dear, and around it goes, and
Sit.
they talked about
mean
top
on the
4
pin, that's pretty
slides
hard.
to the pin.
Yeah. Shoot, yeah. That runs there, though. Shoot.
There's virtually no draw. You cannot get that in there, so it forces Caitlin to do something like this. But it could be for a bundle.
Really, there's no room to.
No,
Get
because
down to it.
I think it's frozen.
I think
Rick,
it's
so
on the pin.
You'd have to move it about an inch, and it won't go an inch.
Right on the nose, hair high.
Sounds good.
This is Caitlin's shot, though. As tough as it is.
Selena Negevin in the house. Jocelyn Peterman, Kristen McCush, the front end.
Let me redo that.
Isn't that something?
You got it.
One win by Quebec. LaRouche, who is on the bench against Anderson. That's since 2011. As the crowd settles. Must have for Caitlin Laws and the team from the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg. It's a must have to keep their chances alive here in Calgary. Staying with it. McCush, have you got it? Have you got it? Have you got it? No. Touched them both.
You kidding?
But it'll be a steal of 1 for St. George. And they will pick up the win to improve their record to 3-1. And Laws will drop now to 1-3. Make the final. Quebec a 7-5 winner over Manitoba.
What a brilliant try. Just one more lick at the broom. That's straight enough to make that double. And it's for the win. Oh.
Gave it a good go. Gave it a go. And it just didn't go. Got 1, but not 2. And that's a tough loss as we take a look now at Pool A. Sturmay top. Anderson has found her game. St. George. Right now, if it ended there, your 3 teams making it through. Ackerman, McCarville, all at 2 along with Brown, and now Laws at 3. It's going to be a tough road now for Laws.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Quebec picks up a big win. Marie Saint-Georges signing autographs here on this Family Day. And what a big win for Selena Sturmay and Alberta to win 4 straight out of the gate. It's turned that pool really upside down. I mean, we expected Anderson to be there. Laws not. Sturmay, Saint-Georges looking good. Ackerman, McCarville has turned her game around. Meanwhile, as we expected, Jones and Holman dominating B, leaving right now Grandy, Cameron, and Inglis, BC, Manitoba, and Ontario to battle for the 3rd spot. Joe and Brian will be back with you tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and it will be Rachel Holman against Kate Cameron. Cameron coming off her first loss earlier today. Rachel Holman, the best team in the country coming in, looking like it so far. It's been a terrific day. Thank you for joining us here in Calgary and the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship, and all of it on Canada's sports leader, TSN. Sports Center coming up with Mark Rowe.